Welcome back. The Student Financial Aid Scheme's 2019 funding application process has closed. The process to obtain funding began on the 1st of September. Joining us now in studio is NSFAS spokesperson Kagisho Mamabolo for an update on how things have gone so far. Good morning to you, Kagisho. Thank you for coming in. So, everyone who wanted to apply, we assume, has applied. Do you know how many young people have applied for assistance?
Yes, we have received over 400,000 applications, and then about 190,000 of those applications have been successful, which means that they are ready to go to the next step, which is to register at university. All that we are waiting for them is the institutions where they intend to study to confirm that indeed they've secured space, because we can't allow them to go and register if they did not secure space. And then we've got about 37,000 that have been rejected simply because their income is above 350,000 and above 122,000.
190 approved. We're now waiting for correspondence from universities about their fate. 37,000 or so rejected because they are above the NSFAS threshold.
Yes.
What about the balance? Are these applications that are still waiting to be processed?
Yes, we are still processing over about 100,000 of those, and because majority of the the applications came through manual via the NYDA offices, so we're busy verifying those. There are about 50,000 of those that are missing supporting documents, and which means that it's going to be very, very difficult for us to conclude their finding decision, but they can still log online and submit the missing documents such as proof of income, ID copies, and also consent a form.
We've seen in previous years some frustration around NSFAS's ability to communicate timeously with students, whether successful or unsuccessful. What have you done this year to make sure that that process is streamlined and improved?
What we have done this year to streamline the process is to actually expose the statuses at every stage of the application process. So a student can log on my NSFAS portal online and they will be able to see different stages. Like I said, about 190,000 have been successful. So those would be at the last stage of their application, and students can actually see why they are being rejected online.
This hasn't been the easiest of years for NSFAS. We know an administrator has now been appointed. This is an individual who will then stay with you guys for the period of a year. How much process has been made in steadying the ship at NSFAS?
You would remember that when the administrator was appointed, the minister was very clear that there are a few things that needs to be done, including clearing the backlog of 2017 and 2018. These are students whose funding could not be released, and the administrator has been able to unblock billions of rands into institutions and into students' pocket. Majority of the funding that did not reach the students was simply because NSFAS just advanced payment but was unable to direct institutions to say who are the students that must get the money. So that has been cleared up. And also the 2019 application process was based on the minister's satisfaction. So the administrator was able to open and close successfully, and now the process of redesigning the new NSFAS has started. Of course, the administrator is working with a team of experts to do that.
So is it safe to say then that sitting here with you today, both the Minister and NSFAS are confident that 2019 will not see a repeat of those delays in payments and the confusion that then led to this decision to put an administrator in place?
Look, so far there has been a great success and there have been very quick wins. Institutions were brought on site to ensure that they are part and parcel of the value chain. And I think last year at this time, we had not even started evaluating the applications. So to have majority of the students already knowing that they are successful, I think this is a great achievement. And of course, the minister and the administrator are quite sure that 2019 will be smooth and students will experience a different NSFAS.
Your IT system has also in the last few months come under a bit of a battering, hasn't it, where it also was to blame for part of the problem. Have you made sure that that is fixed and that it is able to keep up with the ever-increasing number of young South Africans who come to you for help?
Yes. So the administrator has actually brought in a team of experts to actually focus on the IT system. I think the large problem was the integration, where there was a mismatch of data that comes from the institution and data that NSFAS pushes to the institution. So that has been really simplified. And I think at the beginning of the year, we will see more students being confirmed much more easier and smoother than the previous years.
One of the other things, again, to go back a few months, when the Minister appeared before the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education, MPs spoke about a need for NSFAS to do better in dealing with students living with disabilities. Have you gone the extra mile for 2019, and would you say that your operations in that regard will be satisfactory going forward? What lessons have you learned?
Well, we have learned that actually we need to take more holistic approach in empowering our students to make better decisions and to be more funded so that they can have freedom. I mean, we have seen research has shown that most of NSFAS students actually do better than non-NSFAS students, so which means that the comprehensive support we provide to students need to be more increased. I mean, to your point about the MPs, we have established a disability unit at NSFAS, so students with disabilities will get a specific and focused support throughout the institutions.
Very quickly, as we wrap up, those students who may still be wondering how to check on their applications, repeat those details for us. They can go online. Where else can they go for help for those who don't have access to the internet?
Well, they can call our call center, but it will open on the 3rd of January, which is 08,000 67327, or they can go really online and check their statuses. But also there is a message that we send to students to say, keep on checking your status online. Keep your phone number working, because that's how we're going to communicate with the students.